this moment vividly. I was sitting across from someone I really liked, and I could feel it in the way she looked at me. But was it just friendly attention or something more? Maybe this sounds familiar to you. You're laughing together, sharing small jokes, and sometimes her gaze lingers a little too long. Your mind starts racing. Does she like me or am I imagining it? Here's the thing. Most of us miss the subtle signals because they're hidden in everyday behavior. The way she tilts her head, the tiny touches that feel accidental, even the way she mirrors your movements. All of these are psychological breadcrumbs. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot 7 subtle signs that indicate she might secretly like you without her saying a word. And it's more science than guesswork.
When it comes to attraction, words often tell only half the story. Most of what we communicate is nonverbal: gestures, eye contact, tone, and small behaviors. Psychologists estimate that over 60% of social communication is nonverbal. These subtle cues are not random. They're shaped by our attachment patterns and basic human psychology. For example, someone with a secure attachment style will naturally show interest through consistent attention, while anxious types might show fleeting signals mixed with hesitation. Understanding these signals also ties into the reciprocity principle. Humans are wired to respond positively to attention and warmth. When she subtly mirrors your movements or maintains eye contact, it triggers a subconscious pull, an invisible dance that says, "I'm interested." By learning to read these cues, you're not just guessing, you're interpreting a language your brain naturally understands, even if your conscious mind misses it. I remember this one time at a cafe. We were talking about something completely random, but I noticed her eyes kept finding mine. Not just a quick glance, a look that held, almost as if she didn't want to look away. It wasn't aggressive or intense, just intentional. And there was a warmth in it that made me feel noticed, in a way friends usually don't. That moment stuck with me because it was subtle, but it carried an unmistakable message. She was present, interested, and connected. Maybe you felt it too. That slight hesitation before she looks away. That micro smile that comes with prolonged eye contact. These small, almost unconscious actions are psychological signals of attraction, and they speak louder than any words could. Eye contact is one of the most powerful nonverbal cues in human interaction. Psychologists refer to this as gaze cueing, where prolonged eye contact naturally increases feelings of attention and connection. When someone holds your gaze slightly longer than usual, it triggers the dopamine reward system in your brain. Essentially, their attention feels rewarding, and it creates a subtle sense of attraction. There's also the reciprocity principle at play. If she maintains eye contact while you're speaking, you're more likely to feel drawn to her, and vice versa. It's a natural feedback loop of interest. So next time you notice her eyes finding yours repeatedly, it's not random. It's a subconscious signal. She's paying attention, she's present, and she may be attracted to you. I once met someone who had this amazing way of teasing me just enough to make me laugh, but never crossed the line. At first, I thought she was just joking around, but over time, I realized that teasing was her way of connecting. It wasn't mean-spirited, it was playful, fun, and personal. Each little joke or sarcastic comment felt like a small invitation, a way of saying, "I like being around you." Maybe you've noticed it too. She playfully challenges you, jokes at your quirks, or teases you in a way that's endearing. That subtle banter often carries more weight than direct compliments, because it creates rapport and emotional tension that feels magnetic. It's one of those small, everyday signs that someone is not just friendly, they're interested. Playful teasing is more than just fun. It's a key social signal rooted in psychology.
One concept at work here is mirroring, where people subtly imitate the behavior, speech, or tone of someone they like. Banter also builds rapport, which is a cornerstone of attraction. By joking with you, she's creating a shared emotional space that feels safe, enjoyable, and engaging. This is especially true when the teasing feels personal. It shows she's paying attention and interacting on a deeper level. Psychologists also link this behavior to flirtatious communication cues. Light challenges or playful sarcasm trigger emotional arousal, which your brain can misinterpret as romantic attraction, in a good way. So when she teases you, laughs at your reactions, or engages in playful back and forth, it's a subtle but clear sign. She enjoys your presence more than just a casual friend would.
I remember walking with her down a crowded street. Every now and then, her hand would brush mine, just barely, almost accidental. But there was a spark in those tiny touches, a warmth that lingered. It wasn't over the top, just subtle gestures. A tap on the shoulder, leaning in a little closer, or lightly touching your arm during conversation. These small actions carry a lot of unspoken meaning. Maybe you've noticed it too. She finds excuses to be near you, or her body subtly angles towards you even in a group setting. These micro moments of closeness are a quiet but strong indicator that she's comfortable with you and possibly interested in more than friendship. Touch is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication. Even subtle contact can trigger the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which increases feelings of trust and attachment. Psychologists have found that small touches, a tap on the arm, a brief hand brush, or leaning in, often signal affection and interest without any words being spoken. Proximity also matters. People naturally position themselves closer to those they like, a behavior known as approach avoidance signaling. When she subtly moves closer, it's her subconscious way of showing comfort and attraction. So, when you notice these small touches or closeness, it's not random. Her body language is giving you clear, scientifically backed signals of interest.
I once noticed her complimenting something I hadn't even thought was noticeable. The way I organized my desk, or a detail in my outfit. It wasn't forced or generic, it felt authentic, like she was really seeing me. She didn't just compliment for the sake of it. Each remark carried weight because it was personal and specific. That's the difference between casual friendliness and genuine interest. Maybe you've experienced it too. She notices small changes in your mood, remembers something you said weeks ago, or praises something that matters to you. That kind of focused attention is rare and meaningful, and it's often a subtle way of showing attraction.
Compliments aren't just nice words. They tap into core principles of social psychology. One key concept is the reciprocity principle. When someone gives us positive attention, we naturally feel drawn to them. Genuine, specific compliments also show observation and investment. By remembering small details and acknowledging them, she signals that she values you and pays attention, a subtle but powerful marker of interest. Research in attraction shows that people are more likely to feel a connection when others notice the little things that often go overlooked. So when she compliments not just your looks, but your actions, choices, or personality, it's a psychological nudge saying, "I like you and I'm noticing you." I remember mentioning a tiny hobby of mine once, something I didn't think she'd remember. A week later, she brought it up casually in conversation. That small moment told me a lot. She wasn't just being polite, she was paying attention to the things that mattered to me. Whether it's remembering my favorite coffee, a joke I made, or something I mentioned in passing, these details show genuine interest. Maybe you've noticed it too. She recalls small facts about your life that most people forget. It's subtle, almost invisible to the casual observer, but it speaks volumes. She's invested enough to notice the little things that make you unique.
Remembering small details is rooted in cognitive psychology. When someone actively stores and recalls information about you, it shows focused attention and genuine interest. This ties into cognitive load theory. Our brains can only remember so much, so choosing to remember tiny details about you is a deliberate act of mental investment. It signals that you occupy a meaningful space in her mind. From a social perspective, this behavior also demonstrates attachment and emotional investment. By recalling small facts or preferences, she's subtly reinforcing a connection, making interactions feel personalized and significant. So when she remembers the little things, it's not random. It's a psychological clue that she cares and pays attention.
I once told a corny joke, the kind that usually gets an eye roll, but she laughed. Not just a polite chuckle, but a genuine laugh that made the moment feel special. It wasn't about the joke itself. Her laughter signaled enjoyment, engagement, and connection. It was as if she was saying, "I like being around you, even in the small moments." Maybe you've experienced it too. She laughs at your quirks, your small stories, even when others might not. That kind of laughter is subtle, but it carries a strong emotional signal of attraction. Laughter is a powerful social tool. Psychologists call it emotional contagion. When someone laughs, it naturally makes you feel good and increases your sense of connection. When she laughs at your jokes, even the small or imperfect ones, it's often a sign of social mirroring. She's aligning emotionally with you, creating subtle rapport and bonding. Research shows that shared laughter releases endorphins, which enhance feelings of trust and attraction. So her laughter isn't just polite, it's a subconscious way of saying, "I enjoy being around you and I'm drawn to your presence." I remember a conversation where I was sharing a small story and she asked questions that showed she was genuinely curious. She didn't just nod or wait her turn, she leaned in, responded thoughtfully, and remembered details from earlier in the chat. It wasn't forced. Her engagement felt natural, intentional, and personal. That's the subtle difference between a friend being polite and someone who's truly interested. Maybe you've noticed it too. She follows up on things you mentioned, asks questions that show she's thinking about you, and keeps the conversation flowing. This level of attention is a strong signal of attraction that goes beyond surface-level interaction.
Active engagement is a clear psychological indicator of interest. When someone listens carefully, asks follow-up questions, and remembers past details, it demonstrates emotional investment. This ties into attachment patterns. Securely attached individuals show consistent attention, while anxious types may show intermittent engagement. Either way, active participation signals that your presence matters to her. From a cognitive perspective, active listening requires mental effort. Choosing to focus on your words, remember details, and respond thoughtfully is a subtle but powerful cue. She's prioritizing you in her mind and forming a deeper connection.
Let's summarize the 7 subtle signs we've covered. Eye contact that lingers shows attention and subconscious attraction. Playful teasing or light banter builds rapport and emotional tension. Subtle touches or proximity triggers oxytocin and comfort. Genuine compliments or attention signals observation and investment. Remembering small details demonstrates mental focus and care. Laughing at your jokes creates bonding through emotional mirroring. Active engagement in conversation shows prioritization and interest. Psychologically, these cues are more reliable than words alone. They work because our brains naturally respond to attention, mirroring, and shared emotional experiences. When you notice multiple signs together, it's a strong indication that she's interested, without her ever having to say it out loud. Here's the key takeaway. Noticing these subtle signals isn't about overthinking every move she makes. It's about awareness, paying attention to the little things that reveal genuine interest. Attraction often shows itself in the smallest gestures, a glance that lingers, a laugh that feels real, or remembering something you mentioned weeks ago. When you start seeing these patterns, it becomes easier to understand her feelings without forcing the conversation. So next time you catch these subtle signs, trust your instincts. They're backed by psychology, and they're often clearer than words. Pay attention, stay present, and let the connection unfold naturally.